What's up, gamers? This is NGG here with another video. This time it's a list of 10 video games featuring female protagonists. International Women's Day just passed in this month, and I wanted to go over a few games that had the female as the lead character. This is just 10. There are many other games. I just wanted to pick out a handful of games that feature female as the main protagonist. I got into video gaming with one of my favorite video games because the female was the lead character. Anyway, let's talk about just the Switch games right now. And the first one we're going to talk about is Atelier, Ryza, Ever Darkness, and the Secret Hideout. There are 2 Atelier games on the Switch for Ryza. There's Atelier, that one, and Atelier Ryza 2, Lost Legend, and the Secret Fairy. The Secret Fairy, I already have a review on my channel. If you're interested, I will post the link above, and below there will be a playlist with all my reviews on it. But right now we're going to talk about the first game. Now this one is a slice of life game. In the very beginning, you are doing mundane tasks. You're a young girl setting out. You live in this small town and you want something more. You want an adventure, and you definitely find one in this story. But she wants more. She's a farmer's daughter, and she just really wants to have an adventure and go out and see the world. There has to be more than this small town in this world. And her 2 friends set out on an adventure. They eventually come across some ancient things that happen in their actual island that nobody knew about because nobody ventures out from the island. And definitely a very great game. I put like maybe 50 hours into this game on the main storyline. It's a lot of gathering and building things, and you're making your own equipment in your atelier because you are an atelier, and you're building your own equipment, you're gathering resources. So there's gonna be a lot of gathering in this game as you go, and you're trying to build up your equipment to fight bigger bosses. And you could buy the equipment if you want, but you making it yourself, it's always gonna be better and stronger. There is an auto feature in this game if you get confused, and what I did with this one was I got confused in the beginning, and I let it auto. And then when I realized how it was setting the items in the block, then I was like, all right, I am now comfortable enough to do this on my own. So definitely a great game. I loved this game. I never got a chance to review this one, but definitely loved the game. The next game I'm going to talk about is Bayonetta 2. Now there are 2 games currently out, and the third one is coming to the Switch soonish. We don't know when, but it's coming out soonish. Bayonetta 2 is exclusive to Nintendo. Bayonetta 1 was released to other consoles, but Bayonetta 2 is a Nintendo property, and I believe Bayonetta 3 will be as well. Well, this one is about you know, angels versus demons. I haven't put too much time into this one. I did start playing the first one, and so I didn't play too much of the second one because I wanted to experience the story in sequence, and so I couldn't tell you too much about the second one, only that it's in the first one it was definitely about her demons versus angels, and they were having a war and she was in the middle of it. But I definitely is an interesting story. It's a action based game, so you're gonna be doing a lot of button pressing at certain moments, but definitely a lot of people highly rate this game. The next game I have for you is Celeste. Now this one is an indie game, and this is a platformer, so you are jumping from platform to platform. From what I hear, it deals with her depression. It deals with depression and stuff like that, and she's climbing to the top of the summit of this mountain and avoiding like this dark version of herself. While you're gathering strawberries on the way up. It's definitely a platformer that you're going to see the story in the middle. I have yet to play this one myself, but it is a great game. It's just very hard platforming, and so I'm trying to get better at platforming before I get into this game, but definitely highly rated. The next game for you is another game I have yet to play, but it is Darksiders 3. This is part of a sequence of games that are dealing with the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. This one is Fury, I believe, and she is trying to clear her brother's name. If I'm not mistaken, that's the premise of the story. Their brother got framed for something, and so she's part of that 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and she's trying to you know, set right what was wrong. And I believe there'll be one more coming because there's 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and this is only the 3rd game. So definitely another action-based game dealing with dark themes. The next game I have for you is Life is Strange True Colors. I just got this one at the end of last month, so I have not put any time into this one, but I do like the premise that she can feel the emotions of what people are feeling and try to like get them to make a decision either way versus like based on what they're feeling, and like she can, like, their feelings are in color and enveloped around them. And I love the premise of this story so much, where she has like this extraordinary power of feeling and stuff like that. And so I have yet to play it and put any time into it, but this is another one. Definitely female character is the main protagonist. The next one is another Nintendo exclusive game that you guys may have heard of. This one is Metroid Red. I cannot tell you that I put any time into this one. I am not at all familiar with the story of Metroid Red. I've watched people play it, but I've myself yet to experience it. Also because I'm not into Metroidvanias, I guess. But definitely Samus is the main character, and she is trying to fight these EMMIs. This is like, I think, a spin-off. This is not part of the mainline series, but definitely I hear it's a 10-hour playthrough game if you're good at it. I have a feeling I won't be, so I have yet to put any time into this, but definitely Samus is the main protagonist in this game. The next game we have for you is Spiritfarer. So with this one, you are ushering these spirits into the other world, and you're building your bow and stuff for like to ferry these spirits off into their end world, I guess, their place of rest. And you're trying to see what's going on with them, help them deal with everything emotionally, stuff like that. It is a very great game in that respect. I have yet to put any time into it myself. It's a backlogged game for me, but definitely a great concept for a game, and definitely from what I hear, it's a cozy kind of game, even though the premise doesn't seem like a cozy kind of game, but it's definitely a cozy kind of game for most people. The next game I have for you is SMK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. This is a fighter game. So this is using the SMT characters in a fighting game. This doesn't finish like, from what I remember seeing, because I've not to open my copy myself. From what I remember seeing, this does not end the same way. Like you have to do a special move at the end to finish the battle. And that was where I was worried about opening this game. This was like my first fighting game on the Switch. I got it because I wanted at least one, and I don't think I paid too much for it. Yeah, but yeah, so definitely a fighting game with female protagonists all in it. I don't think there's even one male in the game. The next game I have for you is Steamworld Dig 2. This is another complete game for me. I never reviewed it on my channel, so what you are is I don't remember her name at this point because I played it so long ago. She's looking for the guy from the Steamworld Dig, the original one, and he's gone missing, and so she goes into this town looking for him, and everybody's saying like he's not here, and she's still looking for him. She goes, you're digging down and down and down and down, and having to come back up the mine shaft every so often to like sell your loot, give the supplies away, and get better stuff. It's very much in that vein, and you're digging down, and you have to control your digging so that you don't dig certain holes for yourself that you can't get out of. But I definitely like the premise of this game. I definitely beat it. This is not my usual kind of game to play, but I definitely played it, beat it, and liked it. The next game is a game I also did not finish, but I reviewed for the I did a impressions video for the channel, because I don't think I'll ever be able to beat this game. If I ever come back to it and I beat it, obviously I will do an actual full-on review, because I don't like to do my reviews what my games are not finished. But this is Transistor. The music is great, the artwork is great. The only thing I couldn't understand was the fighting, and the fighting is the basic part of the story, right? So I know in the beginning you're like, a lot of the story is being told through you through cutscenes. You have to listen to the sword as he talks to you, because he is telling you pivotal plot points of the story, and if you're not listening to him while he's talking, you're gonna miss out. And what I didn't like about the game is that they make you pick between two items, like two fighting items that you can pick up at a time, and I didn't know which one did what, so I would just pick a random one, not knowing what it did, not being able to practice with it before choosing. And I think that's where I got lost. I probably picked all the bad stuff, all the stuff that wasn't gonna help me out, and I think that's where I got lost. But I hear so many people love this game, and I wanted to develop the love for this game. I just couldn't get into the battle mechanics. And those are my 10 games featuring women characters. I hope you guys are enjoying these list kind of videos. I enjoy making them for you guys. I'm opening up doors to games that you guys may or may not have heard of. Some of these games are like well known, and some of them are smaller titles. Thank you guys for watching. Happy gaming. Bye.